Okay, let's actually put this up a little bit. Okay. Peace, everyone. My name is Christina Victoria, and today I wanted to do a simple meditation for all levels, but specifically for my beginners who have never really sat in meditation before. So I'm going to walk you through the steps and talk a little bit more than I usually would in a meditation with people who are more experienced. So we're just going to start. I'm sitting in a rocking chair, but you can sit in literally any chair that works for you. Okay, so I'm sitting with the feet flat on the floor, which is just grounding and helps to keep the body in a clear, relaxed position. I have my hands face down on my knees. I can also have the palms facing upward on my lap if I want to do that. I can have the palms together in my lap if I want to do that. I can do other things if I want to do that. But for now, I'm just going to have the hands sitting on the top of my thighs and I'm just relaxing here. And the thing we're going to do is just focusing on our breathing, trying to allow the thoughts to completely clear away and to focus on the breath. Now, the breath is simply going to be the totem that we're using to keep our mind clear, focusing on the nose, on the inhalation and the exhalation. Now, we're not actually making ourselves inhale and exhale. That would be breath work, okay? So we're not like, we're not doing that, okay? What we're doing is simply observing the inflow and the outflow of the breath as it moves in and out naturally without having to do anything at all. And so you can look downward or you can even close your eyes here and simply observe the feeling of breathing in and the feeling of breathing out. We're not making ourselves breathe in and out, but simply observing that the breath flows in and the breath flows out. And that's really all there is to it. Now we're going to take some nuance to it, but at the end of the day, simply keep focusing on the breath, following the breath as it flows in and out. The breath flowed in again, and the breath flowed out again. The breath flowed in, and the breath flows out. Now, I like to focus on the nose, the nostril area, as the breath flows in and out of my nose. So I can feel the inside of my nostrils as the breath flows in. And I can feel on the base of my nose and the top of my lip as the breath flows out. So you can focus on that physical part of your body. If that works for you, that works for me. You can also focus on the chest or even the belly button, the belly, as you can feel the place where you feel the breath the most and focus only on that. The breath flows in and the breath flows out. Following the breath as it flows in and out. And that's it. You may begin to observe some of the qualities of the breath. You may observe that the breath is warm or cool. I happen to be sitting outside right now, as you can see, where the breath is warm. But observe how the breath feels in your nose. Maybe you're inside and you're in air conditioning. The breath may feel cool to you. Simply notice what you notice. Observe what you observe. Observe how your skin feels. Is it warm in the room or is it cold in the room? It doesn't really matter what the answer to any of these questions is. We're simply becoming acutely aware of the present moment, right now, and observing everything that you can observe in this present moment. What do you observe? Trying to keep the focus on the breath as you inhale and exhale, not forcing the inhale or exhale, but simply observing that. I inhaled again. I exhaled again. And that's it. Practicing sitting as still as possible. You may want to move or wiggle around, or you may have an itch or whatever. But for the next 15 minutes or so, let's try to be as still as possible. The only thing that's really moving is our breath as it flows in and out. We're trying to keep the mind as focused as possible on simply observing the present moment. We're trying not to think about really anything at all, allowing any thoughts to simply pass through and out as you continue to focus on the breath and on this present moment. In this moment, any thoughts of the past or any thoughts of the future are not relevant, because we're simply focusing on being in this present moment right now as acutely as possible as we observe the breath as it flows in and observe as the breath flows out. Like a wave, the breath flows in and out. You may observe the speed of your breath or the depth of your breath. Is your breath fast or slow? Is it deep or is it shallow? We're not controlling the breath to make it fast or slow or deep or shallow. We're simply observing in this moment, what is my breath doing right now? And that's it. We're also seeking a place of non-judgment where we can observe the qualities of our breath without judging whether those things are good or bad. Where we're simply observing that, the air is warm right now. My breath is slow right now. My breath is deep right now. Interesting. And simply observing what we observe. Sinking into increasing levels of physical calmness in the body. Allow a wave of relaxation to come over your body. As you allow yourself to go into what's kind of like a waking sleep, where you are totally awake and totally alert, but totally relaxed as you would be if you were just waking up or just about to fall asleep, but still awake. Where the mind is awake, but the body is completely relaxed. We're trying to hold absolutely no tension anywhere in the body and allow any tension that may be stored in the body to naturally relax. We can scan the body as we continue to focus on the breathing. And simply scan the body for any areas that feel stuck or tight or misaligned. And simply asking those areas of the body to relax. If you notice any clenching in the body, if you notice any holding or tightness in the body, simply asking that to relax. As we continue to focus on the breath, focusing on the inhale and the exhale, not forcing your body to inhale or exhale, but simply allowing the body to do what it does naturally, which is inhale and exhale, something that you're doing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's amazing how our body can do this, even when we're sleeping. And even as your thoughts begin to wander, using your breath as a way to bring yourself back to focus. Realizing, oh wow, I'm inhaling right now. I'm exhaling right now. What is my breath doing right now? Am I inhaling or am I exhaling? Oh, I'm inhaling right now. And that's it. Following the breath wherever it goes. Not controlling the breath, but simply allowing the breath to do what it does naturally. Lifting up through the crown of the head, maybe even growing taller a little bit. And if you're seated, as I am, allowing yourself to also ground down through the feet and through the bottom into your seat. Lifting up and also grounding downward. And finding a space of deep physical relaxation. Where there is no tension being held in the body at all. And allowing the breath to flow into those areas that may feel tight or blocked. If you feel an area of your body that feels tight or blocked, simply allowing the breath to flow into those areas right now. You may feel some level of sensation as you sit without moving. As the body wants to move, the muscles may begin to want to do something, but try to ask them to just relax, just as you would when you lay down to sleep, and you just ask all of the muscles of the body to simply relax, avoiding any need to move, or if you have an itch or anything like that, just trying to sit as still as possible. As you continue to focus on the breath as it flows in and out, maybe focusing on the inside of the nostrils as the breath flows in and out. You may feel the breath in the throat. Maybe you feel it in the chest as the chest expands and contracts. You might even feel the breath in your belly as your belly widens as you breathe in, and your belly goes in as you breathe out. And again, we're not making the breath do this, we're just observing what it's doing right now and becoming acutely aware of the present moment and what is happening in this present moment. We're not falling asleep, we're actually completely awake. The body is in kind of a sleepy, relaxed state right now, but the mind is completely awake. As we observe the breath as it flows in and out, maybe observing the qualities of the breath as it flows in and out, and simply existing in a calm and relaxed state. Practicing the act of non doing, the almost revolutionary act of non doing, of not doing anything at all, of taking a few minutes a day to simply rest and recharge, and nourishing ourselves by simply not doing anything in this world that is so busy and full of doing and action and news and everything that's swirling around. Taking a few minutes to just relax feels good. At least it feels good to me, and I hope it feels good to you too. That after this, you can go back to your day, to the busyness of your day. But right now, simply enjoying existence, enjoying simply being alive, breathing in and breathing out, not forcing ourselves to be anything, and not trying to make this moment be anything, simply observing what this moment is, coming to the reality of what this moment is, the reality of existence right now, and accepting it as it is. Maybe even feeling a sense of gratitude to be alive, gratitude and joy to simply be alive, profound peace and relaxation that comes from just taking 20 minutes to nourish yourself by not having to really do anything except for just be yourself. Maybe even feeling a sense of love and warmth in your chest that just feels really good. A feeling of gratitude and love for this present moment, and gratitude and love that goes outward. And that's really all that there is to meditation, is simply coming to a space of deep relaxation in the body and calmness of mind, and being aware of this present moment right now, and realizing that you can meditate anytime, anywhere, by simply coming back to focusing on the breath. That no matter what you're doing today or any day, if you lose focus or you lose your mind, you start losing your track of your mind, your thoughts start to swirl, you can always come back to the present moment by simply asking yourself, what is my breath doing right now? My breath is flowing in right now. My breath is flowing out right now. And in that moment, coming back to yourself, coming back to presence of mind, and coming back to a space of total relaxation in the body and in the mind. Coming back to that clear and bright energy that is our natural state anyway, that somehow with the busyness of the world we lose track of it. We lose track of who we are and the love and the light that we are just naturally when we strip all of that away. And so, thank you for meditating with me on today. It is yet another blessed and beautiful day. It is yet another peaceful and prosperous, peaceful and powerful day. I give thanks to you on today because you are alive, sending my love and well wishes to you, wishing you abundant life, love, joy, peace, and prosperity. And with that, I hope you have the best day ever, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.